This is the craziest love story. I sit 6 stories above first pebbles cast upon my window. He wants me to come down. Now, later, anytime, always, whenever. This is how he greets me all days, same way, with anticipation. And what's worse, this is how he wants me to love him back, fade to black. Woke up this morning super excited, can't wait. Tonight's the night and I got a hot date. I wonder what his love language is. If he has any tattoos. If I look better than his last girlfriend, I probably do. Cute shoes, check. Cute bag, check. Lips lines in color, Maybelline, berries in cream. Looking in mirror, it was the next best thing. They don't have a color called low self-esteem. This is the diary of a girl who is broken, almost healed, covering up calluses from journey in the prettiest heels, walking down dirt road, trying not to lose her balance, remembering how the pain felt after the last time, but forgetting the telltale signs of deja vu in favor of the moment. She flashes one final smile before heading outside. Delighted at how she shines on outside, inside looking lackluster, heart not lacking lust, her own desires pounding against her chest. Fast forward, she returns home just as beautiful as when she left, only now she has full stomach to highlight the emptiness in her soul, tired of getting nowhere, using everything she has. Retiring from dysfunction the only way she ever has, by falling asleep. Without second thought to the fact that he never left, he's been waiting outside that window with pebbles in hand, beckoning her, singing songs of redemption like Hosea's cries, but often our eyes are set in the distance. We would rather trade dates with God for movie nights with man, just as long as he got swag, nice kicks, and we can get added to his meal plan. Accepting rations. When God gave us endless gardens and herds to feed future generations on, never in history has there been such a tragedy to be rivaled with, taking for granted the very best only to settle for less than we expected to be left with. I was always ready to go, y'all. Mascara, check. Perfume, check. Standards for a godly relationship left in the car. How far will we walk away from our destiny before returning to him? Fled Sodom and Gomorrah only to turn back to them, our backs to him, refusing to be the salt underneath city lights, instead making ourselves examples before men. Pillars, awakening only to curtsy before suitors we picked out for ourselves, expecting God to anoint that which he has not ordained on his behalf. Convinced we have better judgment now based on the jacked up situation we thought we learned from the last time or the time before that, so we sigh and shimmy up to window, ignoring gentle pelts upon glass to close our curtains, stifling the last of twilight so we can get more rest. And I am convinced that we like the dark, that we willingly lack understanding of what love is. Christ says, I have made you beautifully. He says you a bad chick. Christ says, I will give you heaven. He says, you sexy as hell, ma. Christ says, I bled and died with you in mind. He says he will stay, come, be there just as long as we feed his ego. Truth is, most of the time, these dudes and girls have in mind to kick it. While we share about a good book to be ride or die forever, but if we really paid attention to the good book, we know he already rose and died so we could live forever. Why we always want to do us? Kick up dust and then throw God in the middle of our tornadoes. What you are looking for is not what you keep hoping to find by the side of another. It is the world's sins, all on the backs of one innocent, yet blamed for our depravity. Is the miracle of our salvation wrapped up solely in he who authored eternity, yet he still extends his affections. I want you to know, at your ugliest, he accepts you. At your most wretched moment, he kept you. Jesus stretched out his arm wide enough to cover every crack in your foundation. The King, made lowly through yonder window, pleading for our attention. Open that sill and look out to see his body buried underneath a million pebbles. And when eyes lock, all he says is, I love you, from the core of his suffering. Lord Jesus, teach us how to love you back. There is no reason you should have to resurrect yourself repeatedly. And this right here is the craziest love story right here on your doorstep now, later, anytime, always, whenever. I promise you, you will never have to look for him.